Welcome to Wall Street Syndicate, where we don't chase stocks, we find them. Every day we uncover high conviction buying opportunities, breakout setups, and hidden gems before the crowd catches on. If you're ready to stay one step ahead of the market, hit that subscribe button. And now let's talk about what we're going to get into today for this stock. Now, today we're going to talk about a stock that's about exciting as watching your grandparents compare Medicare plans until it suddenly rips 11% in a single day and leaves Wall Street looking like it accidentally sat on a cactus. Seriously, 1 minute everybody's ignoring it, the next minute traders are screaming, wait, insurance stocks can actually go up? Who knew? And today, this is that stock. 3, 2, 1. Lincoln National Corporation. Now, if you looked at the weekly chart, which is what I'm showing you all right now, this thing has been quietly climbing while everyone else was chasing AI, quantum computing, flying taxis, and whatever crypto coin has a picture of a depressed hamster on it. Lincoln National just kept showing up to work, like the quiet guy in accounting who suddenly benches 405 pounds, then boom, massive buying, huge volume, over 5 million shares traded, roughly 3 times its normal volume. That's not your cousin Larry buying 20 shares because Jim Cramer blinked twice. That's institutions showing up with briefcases full of money. And here where it gets interesting. Back in May, the company actually beat earning expectations. The earnings per share came in above analyst estimates. Imagine that, an insurance company. A company making more money than expected. On Wall Street, that's apparently considered witchcraft. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Then reports surfaced that, Lincoln National has been discussing a multi-billion-dollar reinsurance deal, potentially around $5 billion. Translation, they're basically trying to move risk off their books and strengthen their balance sheet. Kind of like cleaning your room, except your room contains billions of dollars. Now, analysts have started nudging price targets higher. Funny how that works, right? When the stock is boring, nobody cares. After it starts running, suddenly every analyst wakes up like, after careful consideration, I too have discovered this company exists. Amazing research, right? Insurance stocks are like that one kid that nobody picked in gym class. Nobody wants them. Nobody's talking to them. Then somehow they end up owning 3 vacation homes while everyone else is arguing about meme stocks. Meanwhile, half of FinTalk is drawing triangles, connecting moon phases, reading tea leaves. And this stock is over here just collecting premiums and paying dividends like we're adults here. Now, does this mean it's guaranteed to keep climbing? Absolutely not. Because the stock market has the emotional stability of a raccoon that drank 6 cans of Monster Energy. Tomorrow, it could decide insurance, gross, and dump the stock for absolutely no logical reason. But I'm going to show you what I do like. The weekly chart has been improving. Institutions have been showing unusual buying. The company beat earnings. Management continues working on strengthening the balance sheet. And the recent surge pushed shares back towards their 52-week highs. That's a combination worth watching. Not chasing. Watching. Because remember, buying a stock after it already jumped 11% is kind of like proposing marriage after someone wins the lottery. Timing matters. So keep this stock on your watch list. Watch what it does around earnings and after the recent momentum and let the market show its hand before making any decisions. Now, one thing I do like about this stock is it's been making higher lows. Okay, a lot of my videos here, I try to identify markets that's been trending and giving us these higher lows. Well, Lincoln National is that stock. And you can see that it currently is trying to get price above this area, like around 46.50, 47 bucks. That is the current resistance area. We want to see market take that area out. And if it does, this stock is on its way to a target that I think it's going to be right here on this gap. There's a gap right there in Lincoln National. I think the market's going to try to fill. So this is where that gap is. So we're going to make this into a gap so we can know that. And we're going to try to target that area to let the market come and fill the gap around $50, 51 bucks. And on this weekly chart, there's another gap here. So we're going to try to follow the market and its gaps that we have here. Okay, right there. And then when you look at this on the 2 weeks, well, let me go back to the weekly. I want to show you all that this market is definitely trending bullish. We got definitely a lot of buy signals being triggered on the weekly chart. Here it is on the 2 weeks. You guys can see how we ended on this 2-week price bar in Lincoln National. That is good to see the market close up there at the high of the bar. Not all the way at the high, but it's up there towards the high. Let us know that those buyers are still in play. Here it is on the 3 weeks. A buy signal on the 3 weeks. Two consecutive buy signals being triggered for Lincoln National. Great. Here it is on the 5. Another buy signal being triggered. Very healthy bar spread closing at the high of the bar. We're going to try to target the top of this gap and then the gap around $60 for the long terms. Okay, so here it is for the month. Okay, so we're going to play this on the weekly chart though. So let me go back to the weekly, and our first target is going to be right here around $50, 51 bucks, 50, 60. That's 11.09% there. Then our second target is going to be either at the low of this gap, 59.25 to 60.30. That's 32.44% right there. If the market is able to continue its monumental move to the upside. Now, let's go ahead and add these areas that we feel is going to be important for the market to hold. So we're going to make that into a buy pocket for Lincoln National. I'm sorry, not a buy pocket. Okay, we're going to do that there. And then we're going to add another buy pocket that we want to see price hold in the event price goes down. Okay. That is going to be very important for us to see that continue on. So we do it right there. And that is it. Give me your thoughts. Make sure you guys maintain profit. And as always, trade different.